This is a challenge lock from Lockpicking Heaven's Gate. Here's the mummied key. I haven't actually seen the bitting yet. I have opened this thing a couple of times out of camera. The keyway is not too evil. In fact, we can stick this tensioner right here, and that gives us very good tension control here. You can see that we're basically able to float this if we wanted. I've picked this, both times was clockwise, so I'll try that again. One slight annoyance is the thickness of this pick means I can't actually reach the back of this very well because of the tensioner here, but I think I can manage. Let's try to use this one. Pins here are cut quite well, and so I could probably just release tension and things just don't fall down. And the pressure that the springs are making on the pins applies almost no torque on the plug. This is very well made. That gets the interaction between the drivers and the countermilling is very well calculated. See if you can find. Seem to be overset. Drop something. See if we have a binder now. Okay, one's binding. Okay. See if we can find anything. This stage is really annoying because nothing seems to be binding. And for some reason the jiggle test is failing here. Meaning nothing really bounces either. Even things that are pretty sure are set. Not exactly sure how he accomplished that. Okay, fairly deep false set. See. Must be hung up on some sort of gin-ish thing here. Aha! Okay, and we're open. That was number one. It was just on the edge of being set. Okay, so that's an open. Key's still mummied. Let's see if we can use a frame while we get it. There's some stuff on this pinning tray from a Miwa U9, but that'll be fine. Okay. Let's put this here for now. All right. And frame. All right, so let's improve the framing of this thing. Hopefully the camera won't fall down while I'm doing this. Okay, so let's remove this. It's fairly well fitting. Okay. It's that C-clip. Never actually good at this, so I'm gonna have to shim it just in case. In fact, I don't want this to turn while I do that, so I'm gonna put this right back in there and use that to prevent this from turning while I remove the C-clip. Okay. Oh, there's LHG's name. Cool. All right, so now, no. We're not doing that today. Okay. Now we get some shims, because I'm expecting some gnarly surprises in this lock. This one should do. Pins are here, right. I could use the key. I would just rather not mess up the mummification that it had when I got it. Let's see if this is all the way in. My usual trick is put a different one side by side and see if they're about the same or the right length in, and it should be. Okay. Hopefully this works. All right. Now let's get a follower. What length follower is useful here? Is it you? Maybe. Yeah, why not? Okay. All right, no accidents. So let's put these in the right chambers. I like doing it in this order. Wow. So these are all standards from what I can see. Let's grab some tweezers, tweezios. Ah, no, okay. Not standards. Not standards. There's some gnarly beveling in there at the top. Okay. And let's see what the plug says. All right, some nasty stuff in there. So first chamber has some milling in there on both sides, of course. Actually, on this side, it looks like over milling, whereas on this side, it's under milling. Milling here, over milling here, milling here, over milling here, milling here, over milling here. This one seems standard, no modifications on this chamber. This one has some milling here, and again, some more milling there. Yeah, on this side, this one has a slight undercut, but it's mostly over milling. Yep, it's probably due to the angle of how this was done. Very effective. Okay. Now, let's see the Bible because I'm thinking this is where the magic's gonna be. Okay, let's remove that. This goes here. Okay, oh, Lord, look at this stuff. All right, so that's that. Lord have mercy. This is gnarly. The springs are fairly weak, actually. I don't know what effect that had, but everything here has some sort of work, which is very nice to see. Yeah, springs here are very, very weak. Okay. Whew. Springs I'll just keep in here. I don't think there's anything super interesting about the springs. Okay, let's take a look at this. Not sure how much the light is helping here, but every single pin here has some work done to it. Let's see how they interact with the milling. So this thing interacts in several different places. Wow, okay. Several different places. Yep, it grabs on quite well. This one seems just like a very tall spool. This one wasn't too hurtful, at least from what I experienced. This one, yep, grabs pretty well. Could probably grab the entire plug by this spool. Yep. Yep, grabs, these are all very well fitted to the countermilling that they, well, there you go. Magically stop at the edge of the table. To the countermilling that they have. All right. This is a very fun challenge lock. Thank you, Lockpicking Heaven's Gate. Oh, yeah. I didn't show a lot of these, but these are all tapered in the end. And so they really like to overset. I think this is the only standard one. Number 5 is the only standard pin. Everything else has some sort of tapering at the end. And then all of these are very flat. So whatever made these made very flat cuts orthogonal to this sort of axis of the pin, which means they grab on quite well to horizontal milling on the plug chambers. So very effective. Thanks a lot for the challenge lock, and I'll be passing this along. Have a nice day.